Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. We're going to be talking about bargaining over everything, the power in a union, right? So, I have worked with union and non union workforces over my career, and we're going to talk about this situation here. So, the long and short of it is that Frontier Communications Corp, which is a pretty big organization, it has over 16,000 employees. Um, it was non-compliant, massively non-compliant, with respect to its I-9 record keeping. So I will probably do a different video on I-9 record keeping, but effectively, it's the I-9 is a document that you complete when you first start in within your first 3 days of hire that indicates how you are working legally in the country. Um, it is intended to reduce illegal immigration and appropriately document employees. It doesn't really do that. That's kind of another discussion for another time. However, the point is that businesses have to be on point with respect to its I-9. They have to be strongly controlled. They have to be completed appropriately, and it has to be done. And so Frontier Communications Corp just absolutely botched it, which is unbelievable. I mean, the I-9 obligation says that 90% of its 16,400 employees did not have appropriate I-9s that were fully completed. That is stunning. That is a number that I have never seen. Companies, good companies, especially big ones like Frontier Communications Corp, don't typically have this problem. And so they had to follow the law, right? This generally comes with a lot of fines, can result in jail time. So this is a massive under compliance with the law, non-compliance, as it says. And so the company then sought to begin starting the process so that they could confirm that their employees were uh, document their employees through the I-9 process. And the union wanted to start bargaining over how the forms were completed, which included a process that they agreed to previously, which I tend to think that probably that's why we are where we are, right? So it looks like the union agreed to something with the company, and that agreement led to a massive non-compliance with the law. So the union wanted to continue it, and the company said, no, we've got to get this stuff done. Because it didn't listen to the union filed a an unfair labor practice charge, and the National Labor Relations Board found that the employer had in fact committed unfair labor practices. Now, an unfair labor practice is a formal process which, defines whether or not an employer is treating its unionized workforce appropriately and effectively. And it's a big deal. I've gone through it previously. It's an important piece to the labor relations process. And so the reason they filed the unfair labor practice charge is that under the National Labor Relations Act, an employer must bargain in good faith over the terms and conditions of employment. And it says that, they're not required to bargain over non-discretionary actions taken to comply with legal obligations, but it's not absolute. They still have to talk about the effects or impacts that it may have on employees. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit confused. Most unions don't really bargain over I-9s. I haven't experienced this. I think it's a little strange, a little odd. I tend to speculate that perhaps the union at play here has some undocumented workers because complying with an I-9 is really almost nothing. It's effectively, useless, right? Or not useless, but it's just not. It's part of everyday work as long as you're working with a workforce that's legally able to work in the United States. And so it says that the employers must bargain over the effects or impacts that non-negotiable managerial decisions may have on employees and the terms and conditions of employment. And so it says that there was room to negotiate over details of the form completion process. So, again, what's really important here, and what's a good lesson for human resource practitioners is that have a strong relationship with the union, talk to them frequently, don't be hard-headed, have these discussions ahead of time so that you can talk about how you're changing, regardless if you're following the law or not. Um, how that compliance is accomplished may need to be negotiated with the union. I'll have the link below, so please check the article out. It's a really good article, and it's one of those that I think every HR practitioner should learn. And in addition, it should see the value in a union when it comes up. That's all from Human Resources for the People. Uh, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next one. Bye, guys.